Why is Joan awful? This is a story of a woman named Joan. She's a working woman and lives with a man she thinks she loves. Although, objectively speaking, she would be considered as a person who has everything in her life that one would need to be happy, but she's not happy. She does not feel that she is the main character of her story. She feels that her life decisions are being made by someone else. Even though she took this job, she decided to stay with this man. She is not happy. Perhaps that's what makes her awful. She is ungrateful for what she has and ungrateful for the people that are with her. When a streaming company uses this information to create a show around her life, she goes on a downward spiral. After realizing that Joan is awful, other people distance from her. This only pushes her to be more awful. This leads her to the streaming company that humiliated her, and as a retaliation, she destroys the computer that created this CGI story of her life that she believes ruined her life. I guess at this point we have to stop and think. Joan is awful. Not because she did some bad things. Joan is awful because she believes she does not deserve to be humiliated. Well, the show did not humiliate her. It simply showed her the mirror. It showed her that she is being awful, even if she does not mean to be awful. When Joan is in the CEO's office with the actress, she hears why Joan is awful because that is what the audience wants to watch. At this point, Joan feels that she is helpless. There is only one thing she can do, that is destroy the computer. But is that so? There was another option presented to her. The CEO said that if you showed someone to be awesome, people don't really want to watch it. So that was one option for her to do. Instead of being awful, she could have worked to be awesome, turned her life around and took the right decisions and be the right person. The viewers would have seen that Joan has turned around. She's actually become awesome. They would learn to respect her again. At this point, Joan is awful. The show would not bother her because she's being good. She's being portrayed as good. So only good things will happen to her whether the show continues or not. That was an option. But then the show throws another twist. The source Joan. The character we have been following was not real. She's actually a computer simulation. This only pushes her to go and destroy the computer. But why? It's not because of the source Joan. There is no source Joan in our real world where Netflix is a streaming platform. But there is a source audience. People who view the show. What this story is trying to say that Joan is awful because the audience wants her to be awful. Although I would have preferred a redemption arc for Joan, what the Netflix algorithm is saying is that people are more likely to watch something if there are bad characters doing bad things. That's why Joan is awful. We'll talk more about such things in future videos. Till then, subscribe.